Have you noticed your ankles swelling at the end of the day? Or do you get breathless climbing just one flight of stairs? In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover the 7 warning signs of heart failure that could save your life. And one critical sign showing up in your feet that cardiologists say most patients ignore until it's almost too late. Stick around because warning sign number 5 happens while you're sleeping, and you might not even realize your heart is struggling for oxygen every single night. Brenda, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Michigan, thought her constant exhaustion was just normal aging. She ignored her swollen ankles for 8 months, assuming it was from standing too long. One Tuesday morning, she couldn't catch her breath getting dressed, and her daughter rushed her to the emergency room, where doctors told her she was in heart failure. Her heart had been crying out for help for over a year. Sign 1. Persistent swelling in your feet and ankles. This is the number 1 warning sign appearing in your feet right now, and it's the most commonly missed early indicator of heart trouble. When your heart weakens and can't pump blood efficiently throughout your body, fluid starts backing up in your bloodstream and eventually leaks into your tissues. Gravity pulls this excess fluid down to your feet and ankles, causing noticeable swelling that gets progressively worse as the day goes on. According to cardiologists at Johns Hopkins Medicine, this type of swelling, called peripheral edema, is often the very first visible sign that your heart isn't functioning at full capacity anymore. You might notice deep indentations on your ankles when you take off your socks at night, or your shoes feeling uncomfortably tight by evening, even though they fit fine in the morning. Perhaps you press your finger into your ankle and the indentation stays there for several seconds instead of bouncing back immediately. These aren't just minor inconveniences or signs you're getting older. They're your heart's way of waving a red flag that something serious is happening inside your chest. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that patients who address ankle swelling early have significantly better outcomes than those who wait until more severe symptoms develop. Here's what you need to do today. Elevate your feet above heart level for 15 minutes twice daily and start monitoring your ankles every single evening. Take a photo of your ankles when they're most swollen so you can show your doctor exactly what's happening. If the swelling persists for more than a few days, doesn't improve with elevation, or gets worse, you need to schedule an appointment with your physician immediately. Don't brush this off as water retention from salty food or hot weather. Persistent ankle swelling demands professional evaluation. Check your ankles tonight before bed, and don't ignore what your heart is desperately trying to tell you. This simple observation could be the difference between catching heart failure early, when it's most manageable, and facing a medical emergency months from now. Sign 2. Unexplained shortness of breath. Do you find yourself breathless doing activities that used to be easy, like walking from your car to the store entrance or bending down to tie your shoes? This isn't your lungs giving out from age. It's often your heart struggling to pump enough oxygen-rich blood to your body. When your heart weakens, blood and fluid can back up into your lungs, a condition doctors call pulmonary congestion, making every breath feel like you're working harder than you should. The American Heart Association reports that shortness of breath is present in nearly 80% of heart failure cases, yet many seniors dismiss it as being out of shape or just getting older. You might notice you're breathing heavily after climbing a single flight of stairs when you used to handle 3 flights without stopping. Maybe you feel winded carrying a bag of groceries from your car to your kitchen, or you need to pause halfway through making your bed to catch your breath. These aren't random occurrences. They're clear signals that your heart can't meet your body's oxygen demands anymore. Cardiologists at Cleveland Clinic emphasize that this type of exertional breathlessness often worsens gradually, making it easy to adapt to and ignore until it becomes severe. Start tracking which specific activities leave you breathless and write them down in a simple notebook or on your phone. Note whether the breathlessness happens during activity, immediately after, or even when you're resting. This information is gold for your doctor because it helps them understand exactly how your heart is functioning under different conditions. If you notice breathlessness is getting worse week by week, or if you feel winded even at rest, call your doctor's office tomorrow morning. Don't wait for your next scheduled appointment. Don't dismiss breathlessness as just age or being out of shape when your heart might be sending you an urgent message. The sooner you address this symptom, the better your chances of protecting your heart and maintaining your independence. Sign 3. Persistent dry cough or wheezing. A cough that won't quit isn't always a cold, allergies, or leftover bronchitis, especially when it's worse at night or when you're lying flat. When your heart can't pump efficiently, fluid accumulates in your lungs, irritating the airways and triggering a persistent, dry, hacking cough that feels different from a typical cold. According to research from the Mayo Clinic's cardiology department, this type of cardiac cough often produces white or pink-tinged mucus and frequently worsens when you lie down because fluid redistributes in your lungs. Many patients spend months treating this cough with over-the-counter cold medicines, never realizing their heart is the actual problem. You might notice you're coughing more at night, disrupting your sleep and leaving you exhausted in the morning. Perhaps you hear a slight wheezing sound when you breathe, similar to asthma but without any history of respiratory problems. Some people develop this nagging cough that lingers for weeks or months, never quite going away no matter what remedies they try. If you've been coughing persistently for more than 3 weeks and it seems worse when lying flat, your heart deserves serious consideration as the underlying cause. Elevate your head with an extra pillow or two tonight and see if your cough improves when you're more upright. Keep a cough diary, noting when it's worst, morning, night, after activity, or when lying down, because these patterns tell your doctor crucial information. If you're coughing up any fluid, especially if it's pink or frothy, you need immediate medical attention because this indicates significant fluid buildup in your lungs. A persistent cough that's lasted more than a few weeks without improvement needs professional evaluation, not another bottle of cough syrup. A chronic cough isn't something to tolerate or mask with medications when it could be your heart's way of calling for help. Take this symptom seriously and get it checked out soon. Sign 4. Extreme and unusual fatigue. Are you exhausted after activities that never used to tire you, or do you feel like you're dragging yourself through each day no matter how much you sleep? This crushing fatigue isn't laziness or normal aging. It's often because your weakened heart can't pump enough oxygen-rich blood to your muscles and organs. When your tissues don't receive adequate oxygen, everything becomes harder, from climbing stairs to having a conversation, leaving you feeling drained and depleted. Cleveland Clinic heart failure specialists report that profound fatigue is one of the earliest and most disabling symptoms of heart failure, yet it's frequently attributed to everything except the heart. You might need a nap after simple tasks like washing dishes or folding laundry, or you feel completely wiped out after a trip to the grocery store that used to be routine. Perhaps you're sleeping 10 hours a night, but still wake up feeling unrefreshed, or you've stopped doing hobbies you love because you simply don't have the energy anymore. This type of fatigue is different from ordinary tiredness. It's a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest and progressively robs you of your quality of life. Start keeping a simple fatigue journal, rating your energy level from 1 to 10 each day and noting which activities drain you most. Pay attention to whether your fatigue is constant or if it worsens after exertion, and document how many hours you're sleeping versus how tired you actually feel. Share this information with your doctor because it provides valuable insight into how well your heart is functioning. If your fatigue is so severe that you're becoming isolated, skipping social activities, or struggling with basic self-care, you need medical evaluation right away. This level of exhaustion isn't normal and shouldn't be ignored. Extreme fatigue is your body's urgent alarm system telling you something is seriously wrong. Listen to that alarm and seek help before your exhaustion leads to dangerous falls or complete loss of independence. Sign 5. Waking up, gasping for air. This nighttime warning sign terrifies people when it happens, and it absolutely should prompt immediate medical attention. Paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, the medical term for suddenly waking up, gasping and struggling to breathe, occurs when fluid that's been accumulating in your legs during the day redistributes to your lungs when you lie flat at night. Harvard Medical School researchers studying sleep and cardiology have found this symptom indicates significant heart dysfunction because your heart can't handle the increased workload of pumping that redistributed fluid. Many people experience this once or twice and brush it off as a bad dream or sleeping wrong, not realizing it's a critical red flag. You might jolt awake in the middle of the night, feeling like you're suffocating or drowning, with your heart racing and panic setting in. The relief comes almost immediately when you sit up or stand, allowing gravity to pull fluid back down from your lungs. Some people start sleeping in a recliner or propped up with multiple pillows because they've learned that lying flat triggers these frightening episodes. If this happens even once, it's not something to wait and see about. It's a medical urgency that demands immediate attention. Tonight, if you have extra pillows, sleep with your upper body elevated at least 30 degrees to reduce fluid accumulation in your lungs. Count how many pillows you need to breathe comfortably. Needing 3 or more pillows is itself a concerning sign doctors specifically ask about. If you wake up gasping for air tonight or tomorrow night, call your doctor first thing in the morning without fail. And if it's severe or accompanied by chest pain, go to the emergency room immediately. This isn't a symptom to observe or wait out. It indicates your heart is struggling significantly right now. If you've experienced this even once, make that doctor's appointment tomorrow, because waiting could mean the difference between manageable treatment and a medical crisis. Your heart is sending the clearest possible signal that it needs help immediately. Sign 6. Rapid or irregular heartbeat. Have you felt your heart suddenly racing, pounding, or fluttering in your chest for no apparent reason, even when you're sitting quietly or resting? These sensations, called palpitations, often indicate your heart is beating irregularly or working overtime to compensate for weakened pumping ability. According to the American College of Cardiology, when your heart can't pump efficiently, it tries to compensate by beating faster, but this actually makes the problem worse by reducing the time your heart has to fill with blood between beats. Additionally, heart failure increases your risk of dangerous heart rhythm problems like atrial fibrillation, which significantly raises your stroke risk and requires immediate treatment. You might feel your heart skipping beats, adding extra beats, or suddenly racing to 100 beats per minute when you're just watching television. Some people describe it as a fluttering sensation in their chest, like butterflies or a fish flopping around. Others notice their heart pounding so hard they can see their shirt moving with each beat. These sensations might last a few seconds or continue for minutes, and they can be accompanied by lightheadedness, dizziness, or a feeling that something is very wrong. Learn to check your own pulse right now by placing 2 fingers on your wrist or neck and counting beats for 60 seconds. A normal resting heart rate for adults is 60 to 100 beats per minute, and it should feel regular like a steady drumbeat. If your pulse feels irregular, skips beats, or races above 100 when you're resting, write down exactly when it happens, how long it lasts, and what you were doing at the time. Buy an inexpensive home blood pressure monitor that also measures heart rate so you can document these episodes with actual numbers for your doctor. Heart rhythm changes aren't something to ignore or hope will go away on their own. They demand immediate medical evaluation. If you experience palpitations along with chest pain, severe shortness of breath, or fainting, call 911 immediately because you could be having a cardiac emergency right now. Sign 7. Rapid weight gain and abdominal swelling. Gaining 2 to 3 pounds overnight or 5 pounds in a single week isn't about eating too much. It's fluid retention caused by your failing heart's inability to move fluid properly through your body. When your heart weakens, your kidneys receive less blood flow and respond by holding on to sodium and water, causing rapid weight gain that has nothing to do with calories. The National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute identifies sudden weight gain as a critical warning sign of worsening heart failure, and many hospitals send patients home with strict instructions to weigh themselves daily and call immediately if they gain more than 2 pounds in a day or 5 pounds in a week. You might notice your pants suddenly feel tight around your waist, even though you haven't changed your eating habits, or your abdomen looks distended and feels uncomfortable or even painful. Some people notice their rings don't fit anymore, or they've gone up a shoe size seemingly overnight. This isn't gradual weight gain from aging or reduced activity. It's rapid accumulation of excess fluid that your body can't eliminate properly. When you press on your abdomen, it might feel tight and swollen, and you might even see visible swelling or distension that wasn't there a few days ago. Buy a simple digital bathroom scale today if you don't have one, and weigh yourself every single morning after using the bathroom, but before eating or drinking anything. Write down your weight every day in a notebook or phone app and watch for any sudden jumps. If you gain 3 or more pounds in 2 days, or 5 or more pounds in a week, call your doctor immediately. Don't wait to see if it goes away on its own. Reducing your salt intake can help prevent fluid retention, so start reading labels and avoiding processed foods, canned soups, deli meats and restaurant meals that are typically loaded with sodium. Daily weighing isn't obsessive or unnecessary when you're monitoring for heart failure. It could literally save your life by catching dangerous fluid buildup before it becomes a medical emergency. Start this simple habit tomorrow morning and stay vigilant about sudden changes. Recognizing these 7 warning signs early gives you tremendous power to protect your heart and maintain your active, independent life. Swollen feet and ankles, unexplained breathlessness, persistent cough, crushing fatigue, nighttime gasping, irregular heartbeat and rapid weight gain aren't just annoying symptoms to tolerate. They're your heart's urgent messages that it needs help right now. Thousands of seniors are living full, vibrant lives today because they caught these signs early and took immediate action instead of waiting until they faced a medical crisis. Your heart has faithfully worked for you every single second of your life, beating over 2 billion times by the time you reach 60. Now it's your turn to listen when it needs your help. In the comments right now, tell me honestly, have you noticed any of these warning signs in yourself or someone you love? If this information could protect someone you care about, share this video with them today, because catching heart failure early could save their life. Hit that like button if you're committed to taking your heart health seriously, and subscribe so you never miss crucial health information created specifically for you.